No nodding off, this is all gonna be on the final. Welcome to WatchMojo's Top 5 Myths. In today's installment, we're counting down the top 5 myths about school.
There's nothing wrong with Tweak. I bet he'll do a great job in your group.
I can't take that kind of pressure! No, sweet Jesus, please!
Before we begin, we publish new videos every day, so be sure to subscribe for more great content. Come along as we take to task some of the biggest fallacies about formal education, as well as the misconceptions made within the academic institutions.
But what we found out is that each one of us is a brain, and an athlete,
and a basket case.
Number 5, if you're getting bad grades, you just don't care.
I have a real problem with motivating, but I think I can do it.
If a student is acting up in class and consistently flunking tests, teachers can be too quick to assume that the people in question simply isn't interested or invested in their education. Sometimes this might be the case, but outside factors need to be taken into consideration as well. Family life, for example, significantly affects a child's performance at school.
And you had that smirk on your face, bitch? Now smile about that!
Furthermore, there are many different learning disabilities out there that, if left unaddressed, can hurt ability and engagement in the classroom. It's easy to write off a student who isn't getting the material as lazy or indifferent, but without proper context, a letter grade is an unfair assessment of their potential.
And what do you think? I want to be terrible at school? You think I like it? I wish I was smart. I wish it all came easy to me, but it doesn't.
Number 4, group projects help students learn from each other.
And that's our report, I guess.
When a mismatched group of students are forced to team up in order to pass the class, the result is often less like a movie tagline and more like a nightmare. In a movie, all parties would come away from it with a better sense of themselves, their peers, and the topic assigned.
So on Monday, what happens?
Are we still friends, you mean?
In reality, the more likely outcome is that your grades suffer and you walk away frustrated. Group projects are intended as a way to boost and foster teamwork and communication, but in practice, group efforts are often lopsided, with the overachiever doing most of the heavy lifting, while the other students learn to piggyback on the hard work of others.
Did you even hear what I said?
Uh-huh.
Seriously? Is this what it's gonna be like working together?
What? I lost 3 followers? Man.
Number 3, zero tolerance policies make schools safer.
I don't think we can have a film where you're shooting your teacher. I don't think that works either.
With school shooting statistics climbing every year, many school boards have resorted to a zero tolerance policy for school violence. This policy administers harsh punishments when a student exhibits even the slightest sign of violent behavior. A fistfight can result in suspension or even expulsion for the student under a zero tolerance regime. The thing is, there's no evidence suggesting that schools implementing harsher punishments like expulsions or suspensions are any safer.
We're told of the tragic destruction of youth, and all we can think to talk about is adequate warning times and misused vocabulary words?
On the other hand, when we choose to expel a child, it can have serious negative consequences that affect the student for the rest of his or her life. If a game of tag gets too rowdy, the punishment shouldn't be a life sentence. Number 2, college admissions are based on merit alone.
You need to really explain to us what makes you special. What life experience separates you from all the rest.
Just getting on the radar for Ivy League college admissions is commendable, but even if you consistently aced tests, made the grades, and worked your butt off in extracurricular activities, that's still no guarantee that you've nabbed yourself a dorm room at Harvard.
I got the tiny envelope. The one that reads, "Sorry, Paris, we're not interested. Try again next year. Love, Harvard."
Factors like family ties, personality, and even your physical appearance routinely affect admissions into discerning schools. Not only that, but you and your family's ability to pay also plays a huge role in that acceptance letter. To be fair, Ivy League admissions are a lot about the grades, but being born with a foot in the front door doesn't hurt either. Number 1, homework helps you learn.
Just a little homework tonight. Just a little homework tonight.
According to a University of Phoenix College of Education study published in 2014, the average American high school student is given 3.2 to 3.5 hours worth of homework nightly. The research on effectiveness of homework has led to many contradictory conclusions, with most studies arguing only a marginal improvement in schoolwork, while others report no significant difference. For many, the studies don't matter, while homework is a foregone conclusion, an inherent part of the school experience. But consider the fact that the Finnish school system assigns relatively little homework and yet routinely ranks near the top of global student achievement. The marks are in and homework just doesn't add up.
But school is about finding your happiness, finding finding a way to learn what makes you happy.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo and subscribe for new videos every day.